What's good, my zesty lemons? It is I, Lee, and thank you so much for stopping by Zesty Tarot. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to do my next reading, and that is about Cardi B. And then the next one that I'm going to do is Demi Lovato. I don't know why I wanted to do a reading for Demi Lovato, but she just came up in my energy, and so that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so if this is your first time watching me, welcome, and thank you so much for stopping by my channel. So let's get into it and see what the universe has to say about Miss Cardi B. So universe, thank you so much for this opportunity to read about Cardi. I pray that my readings are concise and accurate. How I forgot that word so fast. I think you're going to hear some kids. Okay. Every time I grab my cards, I hear the babies. Alright. What do we need to know? Not necessarily need to, but what messages do you have about Cardi B? If she was watching this video right now, what messages would you have for her? Okay. And then we have this one that came out. So, I think this one came out first. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it says to trust yourself always, trust others once they've earned it. Okay? And then we have make time to play, have fun, and be free. Okay, what other messages do you have, sweet universe? Okay, I thought that was going to come out. Okay. Look around for some signs and the universe, look around for signs. The universe is speaking to you. And then we have, okay, that don't count, even though it was sideways, but okay, she got a bonus card. So we have, remember that it is okay to be happy. It really is. And then the bonus card is give yourself some credit for doing a good job at this whole living thing. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So trust is, first off, trusting yourself is always important. You know, honestly, that's why I talk to myself. Because I feel that the wisdom is deep within you. And when you take yourself away from the distractions and all of the noise, then you have the opportunity to ask yourself exactly, you know, what it is that you should do. Now, before anybody tries to get on me and be like, well, what you need to be doing is talking to God. Well, I believe that God is in us. So therefore, if you can trust your ability to talk to God, then therefore there's no problem with you speaking to yourself. That's just me. Because I feel like the two of us, God and I, you and God, are teammates in this crazy thing called living, right? And so I feel that you have the abilities to handle the tangible, and God works out the abstract things, right? Okay. So I feel like at this time, it's very important for her to focus on herself. And what I mean by that, focus on the things that she sees for herself. If she's wanting to establish something, Unless, of course, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this individual is true to everything, okay? Like the moment that they step in the room and you hear the angels go, ah, like that type of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you know. But for her to allow somebody to just come in and be like, oh, because I said so, that's not how it should be. And also take this lesson for y'all as well. Don't base your trust because somebody looks good, got a bunch of money, they're loud talking, they're intimidating. It doesn't matter. You do not throw your access to anybody unless they deserve to be in your graces, okay? Make time to play, have fun, and be free. I feel that Cardi needs to really get into being a child again. And I'm not talking about immature. I'm talking about playing, having fun again, and not taking life so damn serious. Here lately, with look around and find some signs the universe is speaking to you. Here lately, I have not seen anything from her. But I do feel that God is definitely working on her. I think that she is seeing certain patterns in her life, and she might be in question as to why does this always keep happening to me, like this and this and this. And you know, you gotta understand that you're no longer in the streets. It's important to keep that street smarts about you when it pertains to business. But not everything has to be uncouth. You see what I'm saying? And low vibrational. All that he said, she said, and I'm trying to figure out how to say things without coming off wrong. But I feel like she's trying to find fulfillment in superficial things, and it's not working out for her. So I know that she stays prayed up. At least that's what I assume. And so I think that maybe she was just wondering, like, God, what am I doing wrong? Can you please show me something? And she's definitely seeing it. And then with remember that it's okay to be happy, it really is. Like I said, and it was IU's video, that to be happy, it means to take action. It's not necessarily an emotion. And I think that's why a lot of people are unhappy, because they don't feel it. In order for you to feel this or acknowledge that it's present, you have to take the initial steps forward into doing what you love and engaging in high-spirited things in order to experience that. And then it says to give yourself credit for doing a good job at this whole living thing. She has to understand that the only individuals that she needs to expect approval from in this life is herself and her babies. The rest of everybody else can kiss ass. And I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way, because I feel like we all need to apply this lesson too. You're the only one that matters. Your life is your life to live. You are walking down this journey alone, technically. Yes, you might come across some individuals along the way, but where you're destined to go, they can't come with. And even if you have something similar to them, they still are not a part of that journey. Because once your life ends and you transcends, you know, you can't take all of your friends with you in a casket. You can't take all of your riches with you. So it's not about that. And I think that's what this is saying. Like, you're going to have some that's going to love the hell out of you, and you're going to have some that's going to hate you more than life itself. But that's not your problem. That's how I see that. So let me get off of that. I really don't like odd numbers, and I'm so tempted to let it flow or add a few more cards, but I'm gonna leave it because I got to get past that. All right, sweet universe, can you tell me why you chose these cards in particular, please and thank you. Hey, turn it down, please. Thank you. Why everything gotta be super loud? Maybe it's me because I'm in my 40s or something, but it just seems like nowadays everything is super loud. Like YouTubers, just kids, apps, everything is loud. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. All right. Right there. Okay. So first card out, we have the Queen of Swords. Don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. And believe you me, I don't think that she would anyways, if I'm being honest. Look, now I will say this. I feel like she raises her voice at the wrong individuals. There are some fans that are truly looking after her, but I think that they catch the wrath only because the one that really should have got the business already got to her. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to the trust yourself always and trust others once they've earned it, I think that this stems from that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there are some issues that she still needs to heal from. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. There's a lot of healing that Cardi needs to do. And this is not a dig at her. I'm just stating the obvious, because once you get into a place of peace, then what anybody has to say about you will be able to wash over your back. And I mean, and I'm the same way. Like, I have a hard time forgiving people that have done me wrong all my life. And I said all my life. You see what I'm saying? So, but I understand that carrying that burden on is not the best way to be. You know, I need to be willing to let everything go, excuse me. So I feel like with saying that, if she has bumped her head by allowing the wrong individuals to have access to her, then she needs to take that for what it is and say, okay, this was a lesson. This is on me. It's not on anybody else. Don't take it out on anybody. But I feel that she needs to balance that out, you know. And yes, I do agree. Don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. But also take it in that not everyone is out to get you. And I'm gonna be blunt. You're not a victim. Stop trying to play the victim role. You're grown now. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like she needs to do some healing. Because I didn't start getting the healing that I needed until I was well into my 30s. You know what I'm saying? And I used to run with that same narrative. I couldn't trust nobody. And if I gave my heart, I just didn't understand why they was always mistreating me and why they was talking bad about me. And it's like, girl, it's because of who you surround yourself with. You cannot continue to give away your energy, your essence to these individuals that do not deserve it. And then the ones that actually give a damn about you, you treat them like shit. That's not the way that it should be. And so with the Queen of Swords here, I feel like she needs to tone the shadow aspects of her down and allow the healing to emerge. Has some wise things to say. And then look, that's another thing. I get how some people will mock her because of the way that she communicates. Not all of us are scholars when it comes to communication. I don't use big words. I use and like a lot, and all those things. But that does not take away from my intelligence. Individuals you either vibe with what I'm trying to say to you or you don't. But I said that to say, regardless of any type of stereotypes that you might have on her or any type of prejudice that you have against her, she is who she is. And she does drop some gems. It may not be in the most articulate way that a person would most likely accept, but the truth is the truth. It doesn't matter how it comes out. Okay, so diamonds are created from coal, and we be burning the fuck out of them shits every other day or whatever when it comes to barbecues. But the right type of pressure, and it comes out, or it's developed into a diamond. You see what I'm saying? So just because something acts a certain way does not mean that they don't have a wisdom within them that can be taught to the world, is what I'm trying to say. So let me keep going. We have the Four of Wands, and it says family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. So that makes sense for make time to play, have fun, and be free. So I feel like if she is feeling unsafe, whether she's feeling unsafe on social media or if she's feeling unsafe in the limelight as a whole, remember that you have a family. And not just a family. I mean, you have children, but those individuals that may not even be blood related, that can assist you with reminding you of who you are. They bring balance back into your world. And I think that's exactly what she should be focusing on. In times of strife, go back to your safe place. Don't go to social media, because social media will eat you alive. Everything that you put out, whether you delete it or not, it doesn't matter. That shit is going to be there for the end of times. And if somebody wants to dig that shit up, then guess what? They're going to do it. Even if you do delete it, you're going to have somebody that's going to screenshot that shit. Look at Cardi B in her most vulnerable moment, and look at all this stuff that she said. That may not have even been the true you. You were just reacting out of emotion because you were hurt, but now somebody's over here trying to incriminate your personality. You see what I'm saying? So if backing down from social media just to gain your peace, then girl, that's what I would do. And I feel like also individuals on social media need to keep in mind that she's not your best friend. And you can't just talk to her and treat her as though y'all been the best of friends all your lives. You are a complete stranger at the end of the day. So we have the Five of Swords, and it says you can't be right all the time. So I feel like with this, and it says to look around for signs, and she's wondering, well, why does it seem like things do not work out for me? Like it says, you cannot be right all the time. So she feels defeated. But this could also be other individuals that come in her contact. You see what I'm saying? Like they might feel defeated because of how she comes at them. Somebody could try to suggest something and it's all hell. You know, say all hell will break loose because you had a different opinion than what she wanted. Now, I can't say that she's a diva in that aspect because I don't know 100%, but if that's what she's doing, then you have your answer as to why things aren't quite working out for her the way that she wants. Let's see what else we can get from here. So we have the Knight of Cups, and it says romanticize the present moment every chance that you get. That makes sense too. It's okay to be happy. It really is. You have to put forth that effort. Who cares about your cars? Who cares about how big your ass is? No one cares about that. No one cares about your diamonds, your Balenciagas, whatever the hell you be talking about, and other aspects. You know what I'm saying? Nobody care about that. Because going back to what I said previously, you can't take that shit with you. But what does matter is the presence of your children and those that love you. Going on nature walks and hiding from the limelight because you have worked your ass off to try to produce, you know, what am I trying to say? To feed your fans, basically. Take a time out for yourself. This is also saying to exercise gratitude. And yes, when you came up, yeah, you had some competition. You did make a name for yourself. You really did. And nobody can take that away from you, but I do feel that some humility needs to it needs to be present in your life at this time. You also have to understand, now I don't know anything about the other girl. I think her name was what, Bia or something like that. I don't know who she is as a person and when I'm not trying to read on her, but I will use her energy as an example. That you're going to have to get used to the fact that you were part of a particular era. And that, let's put it like this, you're going to phase out. And so the thing is like you don't have to attract negative energy to be relevant. I feel like I need to say that. I hate to say it like that, but you don't have to attract negative energy to remain relevant, because you already made a place for yourself here. So if spending time with your family is something that you really want to do, then by all means do so. I'd rather see you in the limelight of doing things that you truly enjoy than see you arguing with energies that are intentionally trying to make you look bad. So we have the Eight of Cups, and it says, if your life feels stale, explore new scenery. Keep giving yourself credit for give yourself credit for doing a good job at this whole living thing. And so how I look at this is telling me that you're getting bored of this as well. You're tired of, I feel like you're tired of keeping up with this persona. I think that deep down inside, Cardi wants to be known as more than just someone that is always in some type of chaotic situation, somebody who's always beefing, known for always cussing out her fans. There's more to you than just that. You are an incredible mother. The patience that you have, hell, I wish that I had that patience. You can tell that you love the hell out of your kids. And I'm not seeing anything in the romantic department, so I'm just going to leave it there. But, I mean, and maybe with that whole trust thing, that could have been something in allude to Offset, but I don't see that right now. But we're going to keep on going and see what else comes out for us. Oops. Well, we have Justice. So this is Libra energy again, but we're going to keep that. So I do feel like there is a sense of balance that is needed here. A balance of polar opposites and trying to integrate them to where it will work in your favor. This could be the balance, the need for a balance of emotion and logic. Balancing the difference between Cardi B and I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm just gonna call it from stay-at-home mom, chilling with her kids and living life, Cardi, versus out here cutting up in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you're wanting to start a fashion sense, like you're wanting to do your own clothing line, like you want to take it to the next level, work on that too. I don't know why that came up, but yeah, like balance that stuff out. Balance your work and your home life is what I'm trying to say. Separate celebrity Cardi B from Cardi that stays at home chilling, you know what I'm saying, and minding her business. That's how it should be. That's what I'm trying to say, not stay at home mom. But I'm pretty sure that a big portion of the time that's what she enjoys to do. She loves her kids. She loves that life. All right, so we have the Moon card here. So, with always trust yourself. This woman has gone through a lot, okay? And so we have the Moon card. So there is a fear, a subconscious fear that is going on. So maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe this is talking about Offset and the sneaky ass shit that he seems to be doing on a regular basis, if that's the case. Excuse me. Now, granted, these are speculations. Nobody can really determine that unless somebody actually comes out and says, hey, this really happened. It shows proof. I don't know. I try to stay away from that type of shit. But this could be that fear. Maybe it is wanting to, because of the constant betrayals that she has gone through, she is reserving herself. It's like, I'm no longer allowing you to have access to me. I'm not going to let you see me sweat like I have several times before. That was the unhealed me, because I feel like once she really gains control of that aspect of herself and she really sees that it is the traumas that are allowing her to pick these type of energies over and over again, and once she gains a grip on that, Cardi will not be the same. that's when I think that she will be unstoppable. Cardi unhealed is she's trying to become who she is. Actually, I'm gonna put it like this: she's already that person. She's just got to get past all the nonsense in between. But whatever is lurking in the shadows, it's going to be, the saying, whatever's been done in the dark will eventually come to light. I also feel like any type of unsolved mysteries or things that she's been wondering about, they're all going to come to light. All right, so let's keep going here. So we have the Fool card next. And so I feel like new beginnings. So family is whoever makes you feel the most safe. And then playtime. All right, so if in fact this is talking about Offset and she's wanting to move away from his energy, and this could be something that her close individuals have been trying to tell her time and time again, and she's finally to that point where she's like, okay, I'm ready to listen. Sorry, I don't know what the heck that was. Oh, here we go. When she's finally in that place of listening, vulnerability, she's going to take in what is being said, because now she's vulnerable. And I also see that as the Fool too. Like, she doesn't have anything to lose. And at this point, she might be considered foolish to some. She might seem foolish to others, while in some regards, they're looking at her like, it's about damn time you're doing this. Okay. You know what? I need to get a sign on my door that says productions in session or something like that. I don't know. But I feel like, just taking that, I'm trying not to be distracted. Hold on. Okay. I think it's done. All right. Okay. I think that she's in a vulnerable place in her life right now, where she's definitely in need of stability. And I feel like at this point in time, it could be, I'm not gonna say it's a hit and miss, but she definitely embodies the Fool card. Not saying that she's a fool, but she's in a place where the wrong crowd can influence her to do some foolish stuff. The right crowd can give her that sense of security, depending on where the source is from. I do feel like she's just kind of spiraling at this time, and she's a little nervous. She doesn't know how to go about things. Somebody has definitely triggered her, and she needs to remain focused and stay true to what is presented to her at this time. Let me try to see what I'm trying to say here. Trying to go deep into the wilderness, if you will, to seek out this remedy to calm the noise is not the best way to go because of how vulnerable she is. So I think that she should just stay put and just allow herself to feel what is being felt and to hear from the true sources that care about her. Hey, you are on the right path, but here are some things that I suggest because this just isn't working out for you. Like, I feel somebody like really telling her like, baby girl, this is not working out for you, and you've been trying to go at this for so many years, and you think it's time to go ahead and just wave the white flag. I could give you props because you've tried. You tried. But you're not bearing any, you know, you're not getting, you're not bearing any fruit in this anymore. It's done. Sorry, that was so hard for me because I was distracted with the loud talk. So anyways, we have the Temperance card here. And so I feel like this is saying that with the Five of Swords on top of that, she needs to pause for a moment. And I think that she definitely, like I said, patience and healing is needed at this time. So if you are trying to concoct some new material or whatnot, don't rush it. But I also feel like this is on a personal level. I think that she really needs to take the time to heal and stop. I mean, unless she has like for example, like, excuse me, the retrograde is kicking my ass. The Met Gala or something like that, like you have to be at a function, I get that. But 10 times out of 10, if you don't, just keep your ass off of social media. Stop trying to search up your name. I don't know if this is what she does, but stop trying to search up your name and try to see what other allegations are being said about you or your husband. Just heal. Because you're going to succumb to this if you don't. We have the Six of Cups here. And so I do feel this because with the Six of Cups and the Knight of Cups together, you would say, well, why would you feel this way? I think she's made mention of this before, but honestly, I think that she wishes that she can go back to who she was before. When things was simple and she wasn't in the scrutiny of the limelight and people trying to tell her how she should be. But at the same time, had she not have done that, she wouldn't be learning what she needs to learn right now. Yes, I feel like individuals who have the opportunity to become celebrities, they're great at what they do. That's true. But I also feel like this is a test from God. Like, now that you have just about anything that you want, I want to see how you're going to handle this. Will you still need me? Will you still need those that was rooting for you? So I feel like what that is saying on a spiritual and an emotional level, you should never be too bougie enough to go back to the bare necessities of it all in order for you to experience the simplicity of life. So if you're still friends with your people from back then, check on them, see how they're doing. If you have to write an NDA, okay, do so to make sure that nobody's putting your business out there. But then again, it goes back to that first card. You got to be able to trust these individuals in order for them to be in your circle. But yeah, go back to those that was with you from the very beginning. Your family from the very beginning. Teachers if you need to from the very beginning. Hell, if you still feel the need to talk to your therapist from the very beginning, then do so. I feel that is going to help you out a lot in this case. Because I feel like internally she's struggling. She wants to be great at everything that she does. And she wants to be true to who she is. But she's not going to be able to accomplish that feat until she heals. Longing for the past. She's wishing that she could go back to those days. But you can still be we all long for the sense of peace that we had. But you could still have that. You just have to learn how to tune out the distractions. And we have the Three of Cups here. So this is talking about celebrations, emotional support. I do feel that. And that's basically what I was just saying. You know, walk away. So like, for example, if you can't stand this, you know, being in the hip hop limelight anymore, if it's too chaotic and too stressful, then walk away from it. You've already, I feel like you've already made a name for yourself. And I'm pretty sure that your followers would believe that too. There's no need for you to try to compete with anybody. Let them have their shine. And you know what? Be appreciative if somebody, because you know, the whole point of a teacher teaching the pupil is hopes that that pupil will be able to teach that teacher something. Just like a parent. Like we was raised by our parents, some not in the best way, some in a great way. But the goal is always to be better once we received that information. I do the best that I can to become a better mother because of how I was raised. And to, you know, and so in hopes I try to instill what I've learned, not so much from my mother, but from things that I've learned as a child growing up, in hopes that they understand it and then they can transmute that energy into becoming a better version of me. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I look at that. Like, I feel like she should continue to show support to anybody that, you know, does want to have a little competition with her. Look at that as a good thing, because you inspire them to want to be better than you. And I'm not saying that in a negative light. You see what I'm saying? Now, if this is pertaining to romance, and if there are some fears that you have, then I'm going to say it like this, and the Justice card can signify a divorce. And I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I think you should have left Offset a long ass time ago. I don't care what he's talking about. That man is not going to, in my personal opinion, he is not going to change who he is for nobody. The man has to be willing to change for himself. You know, that's all I can say. So I don't know if this is past energies, but there's something that's going on that's got you, that's just got her messed up at this time, and she definitely needs some healing. I'm gonna tell you just like that. So let's keep going, because yeah, I gotta do some more. I'll do some more, and then we're going to end this with oracles. I don't know if I made mention of this because I'm in my head a lot and I don't verbalize it, but I will be away for a little bit because I'm scheduled for a surgery and I will need time to heal. All right. So we have, okay, there it is. So we have the Lover's card. Okay, then we have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Temperance on top of the Temperance. So this is doubling down on that energy. Like, you need to heal. You need to be patient with yourself and you need to heal. We have the Four of Swords, so I'm not surprised in seeing that. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands again. And then I'm also going to pull the top. We have the Strength card. All right. So with the Justice card, Leah, let me pull a card for that as well. Why is the Justice card here, sweet universe? Okay. Chariot. A lot of sevens. Okay. Oops. Checkmate. So right off bat, you thought that she was gonna trap this queen. You got another thing coming, honey. Like, nah, I'm gonna get you. Justice is on my side. That's how I look at that. Justice is on her side. Try to play me all the hell you want to. So with the Lovers card, and I feel like, yeah, that's exactly what it is in some degree. Well, in some degrees, what am I saying? What I'm trying to say is the Lovers card, and if I'm correct in my assumption, Offset was doing some more snakish shit, but are we surprised? Are we really surprised? And I feel like this is saying, like, she needs to just go ahead and speak that truth. Stop sitting here and letting this man wipe his feet all over you. And he's stepping in all kinds of bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Don't let him do that. Don't let him treat you like you are not a human being. So yes, you have the right to speak your truth on that. And so with the Knight of Pentacles here, and what did it say again? It said to make time for play. I think that, like I said, getting back to the bare basics, the bare necessities, if you will, and being patient with yourself, and taking time to stop and smell the roses. Because I feel like the only reason why he gets away with this type of stuff, and not just him, but anybody, is because she is boggled down with all of these different responsibilities. And I also believe that she's focused on the wrong energies. Instead of trying, that's why I feel like he's on this bicycle. Because then, you know what I'm saying, he can take the time to decide where he's going to place his investments, his time, his energy. So if she takes, and also this is also a form of protection too, future tense. If she does decide to get rid of him, taking your time is essential. I don't care. A fuckboy is a fuckboy. They ain't no different. Some just got more money. Some ain't got a pot to piss in, but they are who they are. And don't let somebody's kinky ass words get you caught up in, you know, in some more bullshit. Really take the time to vet your selections of a lover. But honestly, I think it's best she just stays single for a while. But like I said, with the Temperance card, I think that she needs to step away from any more projects until she is in a good place. And she could be going through some things, and with her label too, who knows, but I just feel like she's not in a good place right now. And then with the Four of Swords, this is telling me like she's got a lot that she's dealing with, longing to go back and appreciate the things that she had when she was just a quote-unquote regular person. But I feel that, like I said before, these lessons are to show you that you are that person. You just have more now. So she needs to sit in her emotions, and with the sword here being beside the tub, feel what she's feeling, because just imagine being in a nice warm bath or scalding hot bath, however you want to do it, with some Epsom salt and everything else, and you're just taking in that. And even the sting of hot water, sitting in that and feeling it for a moment, and just realizing that as you are relaxed and you're being soothed, and that hot water could also be exposure, you see what I'm saying, to help you to feel these things so that you can see what your next course of action should be. I also see this as the wounds that she carries, needing to take a medicated bath, if you will, and then planning her next move. So we have the Four of Wands again. So I just feel like if she just remembers, at the end of the day, that she's going to have support no matter where she goes. And if she feels like walking away, if the hip-hop life is not serving her, okay, walk away from it. But Offset, walk away from his ass. If he's not, because all he's going to do, and I feel like he's done this time and time again, everything is a publicity stunt. Because he wants to try to use that same energy against her. She's going to have to balance that out. Like, no, I need to take care of my stability. And she needs to have the strength to do it. Have that courage to just look him dead in the face and be like, I'm done with your ass. I've tried. And every time I've tried, I've always got slapped in the face because you take me for boo-boo the fool. Now, I know there's some women out there that's like, well, she is boo-boo the fool. We're not going to sit here and act like you aren't doing that exact same damn thing, chasing after whoever the fuck you're chasing after, entertaining the drama, because some other chick done hit you up in your messenger telling you that he was with them and all this other stuff. We're not going to sit here and act like you don't do the same thing. Okay? That's only for some. Like, just because you got a little bit of a distraction and you can tear into somebody else when somebody need to be tearing into your ass, okay? Let's just keep it real. But yeah, I feel like once she gets away from him, and I think that's also what she's thinking about. Like, I feel like I was getting, I was more successful. I was, creating bops. I was doing this, I was doing that before I got with him. That's what I'm sensing there. Alright, sweet universe. Let's close this reading out with some oracle. What is the overall message of this reading? Sorry for my stammer. I was struggling there. Whenever someone disrupts my reading, it throws me off. That's why I'm so anal about that. Like, when my kids be in here and they be too loud, and even if you can't hear it, I can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but my apartment is small, so I can't go in my room and get the piece that I want because somebody's going to be knocking on my door for something. You know how it is. We parents can't seem to catch a break even if we want to. But yeah, so sorry about that. I kind of fumbled a little bit, but hopefully the reading still made sense. All right, there it goes. Rejuvenate. Change tracks. Seek hidden treasure. Wake up call. Boom. Bust out of your cocoon. And then one more, retreat. Yeah. So right off bat, how I'm looking at this is, yeah, she needs to replenish her energy. And with changing tracks, I'm assuming that this is saying, like, hold on, let me see. Because what I'm feeling like this is saying is change, like, an actual path. Like, if you don't feel comfortable in the path that you're headed on, then maybe you need to, oh, that's funny because I just opened up to it. Okay, no, it says to avoid overthinking and instead pray for your divine energy to guide you successfully onto your new path, leaving what no longer serves you behind. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah. So let me see. All of this is just saying, like, you know, seek the hidden treasure. Don't internalize this as being a bad thing. These lessons that you're learning, and I'm saying this as though she's here. I know she'll never listen to this reading, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes that's what I have to do. But instead of her taking this in internally and assuming that God is punishing her, I don't think he's punishing her. And, you know, my friend says, me and my friend had a conversation. You know, we have to, it's very important to watch what you say. Because, for example, when individuals say, oh, I feel like someone's, you know, praying for my downfall. And, you know, she brought up a point that her mother said at one point. God is not going to answer a prayer for your downfall because somebody's got a problem with you. If anything, he is going to bless you, and you're going to learn some lessons within that. So while it may seem like a curse, do understand that God does not make any mistakes. And these uncomfortable situations that you are facing are nothing more but lessons for the soul. They're just elevated now because you're exposed to the world. So I feel that's what that's saying within seek hidden treasure. And then wake up call. It already said that, you know, the universe is speaking to her. So he's definitely got him, meaning God, is definitely saying, like, look, the time is now. It's time for you to get out of this mess. This is not what I had planned for you. I allowed you to make the choices that you made, but I feel like I need to step in and intervene and kind of pull you back. I'm trying to get you up out of harm's way is kind of what I'm feeling. She's, and then bust out of that cocoon. I feel like once she heals and she experiences that transformation, Cardi is going to be unstoppable. But she's going to come from a more empowering space. Because I feel like any type of negative, cocky, arrogant, degenerate energy is because that was what was projected onto her, and she ate that shit up. You know, the things that was said to her, she kind of took that and then she projects that onto other people that don't deserve it. So there's a balance that needs to be, like I said, with that Queen of Swords. You know, the Queen of Swords is a woman who has dealt with pain and trauma and betrayal, divorce, all of that. But instead of lashing out at everyone and hurting them, she transmutes that into wisdom. Yeah, she's going to be a little tough around the edges. And she does have a mean bite when she needs to put somebody in their place, but it should come from a motherly, maternal, or, you know, nurturing place. It should never come from her own pain. You see what I'm saying? So that's all that I have. Oh, hold on. Yeah, bust out of that cocoon. Retreat. It is what it is. She needs to get away from that situation. Change tracks. She needs to rejuvenate. She needs to pull herself back. I know I sound like a broken record. I was trying to make sure that I see everything for what it is. She needs to pull away from this energy, and she definitely needs to heal. Now, I don't know if she is currently on a cannot talk today. Gosh, this retrograde. I don't know if she's on a hiatus or not. But I think it's wise to take this time to heal. So, I'm sorry that I made a mess of this reading. I'll get better. You know, but at least this is the authentic me. I'd rather, you know, let you see my fuck ups now rather than try to polish them up. You know. So, if you enjoyed this reading, you can go ahead and give me a thumbs up. You can drop some comments down below. You can tell your friends about me. You can also hit that subscribe button, but what I really want you to do is this. When life gives you lemons, always keep it zesty. Take care, everyone. Bye.